Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm just going to do a quick little video stating what I think is worth buying from the drugstore as far as makeup is concerned. There's certain things that yes, I would probably splurge a little bit more for than the drugstore, like base products, your foundation, your concealer, your powder. But if you can reliably find the shade that you need in a foundation line that you like from the drugstore, then great, all the power to you. But some people who have very pale skin to very dark skin, they have a tough time finding a good shade range from the drugstore. So if you fall outside of the basic nuances of shades that they offer at the drugstore, I would definitely go high end. Another reason I would go high end on the base products is because a lot of times they'll have some skincare benefits as part of their foundations and concealers as well. And their powders, especially setting powders, tend to be finely milled. But the drugstore is catching up. They definitely are. So if you're able to find your shade reliably in your concealer, your foundation, and your powder from the drugstore, then awesome. Where I would not tell you to spend lots of money to go high end is blushes. There's lots of great blushes at the drugstore, great color ranges, great formula selections. Another one is lipstick. Great lipstick selections, especially from Revlon and Maybelline. Those two I would say are the best for getting lipstick from the drugstore. Again, I would say you can get some nice highlighters from the drugstore. But if you find them too glittery or too chunky, I would go high end. But the drugstore is catching up in the highlighter area as well. And their highlighters are getting more finely milled and less glittery than they were in the past. Illuminators. Revlon and L'Oreal and e.l.f. make great illuminators. Shop from Shop Missy online. They have great illuminators. Their Pawpaw illuminator line, Oh Baby line, is great. It's one of my favorites. They have blushes, they have highlighters, they have foundations. I have tried the AOA Studio Foundation and it is lovely. Their concealers, again, I've tried their concealers. They are lovely. They may not, again, have the shade range for people outside of the common shade ranges. Like you're very pale and you're very dark. But if you fall within the median, you'll be able to find most likely your shade range. Some of these companies are coming out with shade adjusters as well. So you can adjust your shade. That if you have a foundation that you like from the drugstore, but it's just a little too dark or just a little too cool, you can find shade adjusters that will make it warm, either warm enough for you or light enough for you. Bronzers. The drugstore brands are catching up in the bronzer area as well. They're making less, there's less orangey tones. There's a little bit more gray tones and more nuances of shades than there used to be. I think Physicians Formula has their butter bronzers are wonderful. I think Rimmel and L'Oreal make some great bronzers as well. But again, if you're outside of the median, you need something a little bit more nuanced, that's where I would go high end as well. But if you're in the median, you can find a great bronzer at the drugstore as well. And also don't overlook ColourPop. They're not sold at drugstores, especially here in Canada, but they are drugstore prices online. And you can usually get a pretty good You can sometimes get a really good deal. They don't have a high threshold of before you can get free shipping. A little higher than in the US, but still in Canada, if you spend a certain amount, then shipping is free. They have their Soul line, they have the Pretty Fresh line, they have more skincare lines. Skincare is another area that you don't have to go high-end on unless there's a certain active that you're looking for, and that's where you want to splurge. But you get your basic moisturizers, eye creams, all from the drugstore as well, cleansers. So don't overlook the drugstore. It's got some great products that you don't have to go high-end for. You can get lots of selection at the drugstore. Want to see more of these kind of videos? Then hit the subscription bar and the notification bell. If you like these kinds of videos, give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video and have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.